What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'll tell you what, man, this week has just not stopped giving. It's just news after news after news, man. Yesterday we had the big deal with Palantir and Zeta Global. Today we have some Keel news, some Keel updates, and I'm gonna be changing. So listen, I think my price projections for Keel have completely changed. And I'm going to go over that in this video and can I give you guys some of my reasoning, right? So this morning or yesterday, Citizens has come out and started initiating coverage on Keel Infrastructure. So we have an analyst from Citizens starting to cover Keel, and they issued an outperformance rating on Keel Infrastructure. And I'll post it up here so you guys can take a look at it. And with this rating, it has set a price target for Keel for $10. And that is a 51% move from, I think it was $6.60, I think it was. So Wall Street is getting bullish on Keel Infrastructure. And I got a little article I'm going to read. I'm going to pop up here in a second. And it kind of goes over why they gave it this price rating and, what their thesis is behind this price rating. But before I do that, I just kind of want to go over what I think about it. So Wall Street is finally catching on to what we have known about, right? We know, or we have known Keel has been in the backgrounds setting themselves up to take advantage of the bottleneck that is data center infrastructure and energy, getting access to that very, very hard to get 2027 power, right? And with the pipelines that Keel has, the 2.2 gigawatts, that's going to be very, very sought after, right? And for these hyperscalers that don't have access or can't get access to power quickly, Keel's looking very, very interesting to them, I think, right? But anyway, I want to pop up this article. All right, so it says, Citizens initiated coverage on Keel Infrastructure with a market outperformance rating and a price target of $10. The firm's analyst Greg Miller highlighted the company's vertically integrated crypto to AI pivot with an approximately 2 gigawatt global pipeline, 2.2. Keel operates power capacity across Pennsylvania, Washington State, and Quebec, Canada. The company has approximately 341 megawatts energized and 648 megawatts secured. With a broader total pipeline of approximately 2.2 gigawatts, Citizens estimates the 2.2 gigawatts gross pipeline, representing 1.7 gigawatts critical IT load, could support more than $44 per share over time, full lease up and delivery. So they're saying, so they gave them a $10 outperformance rating for the near short term, and then they're saying Keel could get to a $44 per share price target, fully leased up, fully operational, right? Which is bullish, right? Keel going to $44 is mega bullish from where it's at now. But that's very conservative. You know, the analyst community is very conservative. They're going to give you very conservative numbers. And they're going to go off of, the revenues and stuff like that of what those gigawatts and megawatts can bring. But we know, at least I know, how this market is and how this market reacts. Numbers don't matter when there's hype. Numbers don't matter when there's, huge bottlenecks and when there's huge momentum in the market, right? I hear a lot of people out here talking about, the RSI is oversold on or overbought on Keel. It's going to drop. The chart's looking toppy. The RSI is, in a momentum driven market, none of that, all that shit just goes right out the window 100% of the time. Fully leased up, $44 price target is great, but I really, really think they're not taking the hype into consideration and how big this thing could actually pop. I'm changing my price target. I gave a $50 price target in the next couple of years. I'm officially changing my price target to between $80 and $90 per share on Keel Infrastructure in a 5-year time frame. Call me crazy, call me over bullish, maybe it takes a little bit longer than 5 years, but I'm here for it. As long as my thesis don't change, I'm here for it. I'm going to continue to hold. I'm going to continue to buy more when the opportunities arise. And we're going to hold through this thing, because I really, really do see Keel Infrastructure being wildly successful in this AI build out, right? I really, really do. And now, not only are we seeing, like I've been saying in my other videos, not only are we seeing, the exposure to Keel in the markets grow, we're seeing the Keel community absolutely explode. The Keel army is becoming a real thing. Now we're starting to see these big research companies like Citizens, the analyst community, they're starting to hop on the Keel train. They're starting to initiate coverages on Keel. Once you see one, then you got another one, then you got another one, then you got another one. Everything is clicking on all cylinders. Everything is moving in the right direction when it comes to my thesis with Keel, and when it just comes to the overall Keel Infrastructure story. Everything is working out. Everything is going to plan. That's all you can wish for in an investment, and into a risky investment that you've made. That's all you can wish for, is things going in the positive direction, right? Now, that being said, there's still going to be huge volatility with this name, right? Huge volatility. We've started to see the average trading volume on Keel tick up. It's average about 60 million shares. Some days we've hit 100 million shares. The day it went over $7, we were over 100 million shares traded that day. We're seeing more institutions buy in on Keel. There was another institution that bought Keel last week. I can't remember the name right offhand. If y'all know it, put it down in the comments. But I did see that. I think they bought more shares than the Leopold guy, if I'm not mistaken. So we're starting to see more shares get locked away. We're starting to see more shares get traded. We're starting to see the community explode. Guys, this has opportunity written all over it, right? Written all over it. And my biggest thing I want to get across to people, because I see it in the comments, I see it on Twitter, people are so short-term mindseted, or short-term thinkers when it comes to investing. It's almost sad, because they're going to miss out on so much gains if Keel does go up the way I think it's going to go up. People are saying, what do you think? Are you still bullish on Keel from this last week? Are you still bullish on Keel because this happened? Guys, it's only been a week, right? My time horizon on Keel is multi-year. I'm not thinking about what it's going to do next week, what it's going to do next month, what it's going to do 6 months from now. I'm thinking of what it's going to be 5, 6, 7 years from now. I'm not worried about the short term. As long as my conviction stays strong and my thesis is intact, I'm holding this thing till the wheels fall off. That's just how you do it. That's how you get multi-baggers. If you sell on a 15%, 20% pump, you're never going to get a multi-bagger ever. You have to be willing to hold through the ups, the downs, and be able to have that long-term mindset and a long-term thesis and long-term conviction. And that's just plain and simple. It's just been an incredible week for Keel Infrastructure. We hit $7. We blew through $7. We're getting exposure to new initiations by Citizens. We're getting outperformance ratings by Citizens. That's a 51% move from where it's at today with a $10 outperformance rating. We got them saying it could be a $44 price per share, fully loaded. So, guys, everything's looking good. Everything's ticking in the right direction. And, I can't say anymore. Keel Infrastructure is going to be an incredible opportunity for those who can sit and hold and buy more when the time arises. But let me know down below what y'all think of this news, what y'all think of my new price prediction, $80 to $90, multi-year. We'll see what happens. And I think as Keel, they're also, because you got to keep in mind, yes, they got 2.2 gigawatts right now, but their plan is to secure more megawatts and gigawatts in the future. So we just got to see where this thing goes. If things go well with Keel by 2027 and they're, up and running, they're going to start securing more megawatts and gigawatts. So that baseline $44 per share is going to be ticked up slowly and slowly as they add more power onto their pipeline. So anyway, guys, that's y'all's update for Keel today. Super bullish. I cannot wait to see what happens with this company. I know everybody else is excited. I really appreciate all the Keel community supporting my videos. It means a lot. If you do get value out of these videos, if you enjoy my research and stuff like that, please consider hitting the like and subscribe down below. It really goes a long way. It helps push the information out so we can get Keel to more people. And 80% of people that watch this channel are not subscribed, so please consider subscribing down below. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Y'all be safe. Have a good day, and we'll see y'all in the next one.